Lesson 3, Adverbs. They are words that modify adjectives, verbs, and other adverbs. I'm happy you're back. Today, we'll see how adverbs add detail, precision, and flow to your sentences. Come learn with me to discover how they make your writing more expressive and effective. Let's go. Welcome to Lesson 3 of our Structures of Modification course. Today, we focus on adverbs. They are words that modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. We'll also cover the types of adverbs, degrees of comparison, and the correct positions of adverbs in sentences. First, let's talk about adverbs modifying verbs. Take a look at the sentence, "The hero rides." Let's expand the action. The hero rides swiftly across the plains. Swiftly modifies the verb rides. Next, adverbs modifying an adjective. Take a look at the sentence, "The tower is tall." Let's expand it. The tower is incredibly tall. Incredibly modifies the adjective tall. Now, let's see how adverbs modify other adverbs. Take a look at the sentence. She speaks. Let's expand it. She speaks very softly. Very modifies another adverb, which is softly. Softly is an adverb because it modifies speaks. Now, let's talk about what adverbs do. Adverbs, they answer questions like how, when, where, and to what extent. Let's focus on the how now. Take a look at the sentence, "The cat ran swiftly across the yard." How did the cat run across the yard? Swiftly. Adverbs answer the question how are called adverbs of manner. Now, when they answer the question when, they are called adverbs of time. Take a look at the sentence. We will finish the project later. When will we finish the project? Later. Adverbs answer the question where. The children are playing outside. Where are the children playing? Outside. Adverbs that answer the question where are called adverbs of place. Adverbs also answer the question to what extent. She was very excited about the trip. How excited was she about the trip? Very excited. The adverb is very, modifying an adjective which is excited, telling us how excited she was. Adverbs that tell us the extent of something or how deep, or like this one, how excited, are called adverbs of degree. Let's take a look at this chart for a full grasp of the types of adverbs. First, adverbs of manner. Well, you know that it answers the question how. It shows how an action is done. Example, she silently walked into the room. How did she walk into the room? Silently. Adverbs of time tells when something happens. Example, we will start the activity later. When will we start? Later. Adverbs of place tells where something happens. The kids played outside. Where did the kids play? Outside. Adverbs of frequency shows how often something happens. He often reads before sleeping. How often did he read? Often. Adverbs of degree shows intensity or extent. She was very excited to join. How excited was she? Very, very excited. These types help show the role the adverb plays in a sentence. Let's try this. Which adverb of degree can complete a sentence? Choose the adverb degree to complete the sentence. The room was blank cold this morning. Is it rather, later, or honestly? Answer: rather. The room was rather cold this morning. How cold? Rather cold. Rather modifies the adjective cold. Next, choose the adverb of frequency to complete the sentence. She almost blank arrives on time. Understandably, always, here. Answer: always. She almost always arrives on time. How often does she arrive? Almost always. Always modifies the verb arrives, and almost here is an adverb of degree modifying another adverb, which is always. Like adjectives, adverbs also show comparison. Look at the chart. Fast, faster, fastest. Late, later, latest. Quickly, more quickly, most quickly. Well, better, best. Badly, worse, worst. Far, farther, farthest, or further, furthest. Some adverbs use more and most instead of er and est. Now let's take a look at this next chart to see how comparison is used in sentences or in situations. So we go base form, comparative, superlative. She runs fast every morning. She runs faster than her brother. She runs the fastest in the class. He arrived late to the meeting. He arrived later than everyone else. He arrived the latest of all. She finished the homework quickly. She finished the homework more quickly than I did. She finished the homework most quickly of all the students. He plays the piano well. He plays the piano better than his sister. He plays the piano the best in the school. The team performed badly in the match. The team performed worse than last time. The team performed the worst in the tournament. They traveled far to reach the festival. They traveled farther than anyone else. They traveled the farthest of all the groups. Next, let's talk about positions of adverbs in sentences. Adverbs can actually appear in 3 positions in a sentence: beginning, middle, or end. Some adverbs can go in more than one position. The beginning emphasizes the adverb for the whole sentence. Middle is the most common for adverbs of frequency and degree, and end is typical for adverbs of manner, place, or time. Focus on the chart now. Adverb placed at the start of a sentence to modify the whole sentence or action. So fortunately, we arrived on time. If they are in the middle, the adverb is placed before or after the main verb or after be verbs. This is to modify the verb or adjective. Say, she is always punctual. So always is found after the be verb is. He rather likes chocolate. Rather is found before the verb likes. If they are found at the end, the adverb is placed at the end of a sentence to modify the verb. They played football outside. Outside modified played. She finished her homework quickly. Quickly modifies the verb finished. Now, here's a challenge for you. Where can I place the word surprisingly in this sentence? There are actually 2 ways I can do that, either in the beginning or in the end. If it's in the beginning, it emphasizes the whole sentence or the fact of the discovery. I'd say, surprisingly, the researchers discovered a new species of frog in the remote rainforest. If I put it in the middle, it would emphasize the discovery itself and sounds more natural in some context. I'd say, the researchers discovered a new species of frog surprisingly in the remote rainforest. Both positions are grammatically correct. It's more about what part of the sentence you want to highlight. Next, where should I place the adverb carefully? I can actually write it in 3 different positions. If I put it in the beginning, it emphasizes the manner from the start. Carefully, the unsung hero navigated a tricky path. Carefully at the beginning draws attention to how the hero performed the action, the act of navigating the path, not just that they did it. Now, if I put carefully in the middle, it emphasizes how the hero navigated. Here, by placing carefully in the middle, right before the main verb, I am emphasizing how the hero performed the action itself, the method or manner of navigating. Lastly, if I put carefully in the end, it emphasizes the carefulness as a result of the action. It highlights the outcome or quality of the action rather than the action itself. Now let's do a mini challenge. Expand this using adverbs of frequency, manner, and place. Now, using this sentence, let's try using comparative degree and add the adverb of time. Now, add adjectives.